We work to give you the latest after Robert Brooks, an inmate at Marcy Correctional Facility in Oneida County, died following a brutal beating by correctional officers. We're now learning that the FBI and the DOJ are both investigating that death. We do want to warn you that what you're about to see is graphic and disturbing. A spokesperson for the FBI's field office in Albany says they are reviewing the facts and the circumstances surrounding the death of Brooks in order to determine the best federal response. They declined to reveal any other details, but they do say their review is ongoing. Meanwhile, Governor Kathy Hochul paid a visit to that facility today, demanding more answers following Brooks's death. She also announced immediate corrective actions. They include naming Benny Thorpe as the new permanent superintendent at that facility. Also, more than $400 million investing in purchasing and fixing body-worn cameras across all facilities, and hiring more staff to investigate and manage complaints in a timely manner. Now, in wake of the investigation, rallies calling for accountability were held all across the state, including right here in Albany today. CBS 6's Emma Quinn joins us live in the studio. Emma, you were at that rally today. Tell us what you saw and heard.
Well, Greg, dozens gathered outside the governor's mansion this morning, calling for the Marcy Correctional Facility to be shut down and for action to be taken against the corrections officers involved in Brooks' death. For those I spoke with, what happened to Robert Brooks is personal. Dozens gathered outside the governor's mansion Monday morning, calling for accountability into the beating death of Marcy Corrections inmate Robert Brooks.
When is it going to end?
Albany resident Debbie says her son Shaheem was transferred to Marcy Correctional Facility in August. She says she hasn't been able to speak with him for months.
I feel ripped until I can have someone say to me, my son is okay. I'm not going to feel all the way there. That's what goes through any parent that has a child that's in that jail.
For those who've been behind bars, they call the video traumatizing. Lameek Taylor and Michael Capers are both formerly incarcerated. They say the release of the body camera video is almost a relief.
Because oftentimes that abuse happens and it doesn't never get out. And there's times where like you're locked in your cell and you hear the screams of inmate, you hear him calling for help.
And for individuals who have experienced incarceration, this is everyday life. I also feel relief that this incident was captured for the world to see, so accountability can ensue.
Many are calling for charges against the corrections officers involved in Brooks' death. Debbie wants to see more.
Close that. If all those people were standing there witnessing that, what else do they witness? And they let it go.
Former inmates want the public to remember while they're serving time, they're human too.
Felony does not override my humanity, and my placement in a correctional facility does not negate the fact that I have rights and I'm a human being.
Now, many are calling for changes so these corrections officers cannot retire before the conclusion of any of these investigations and limit their access to their pensions.